So I am currently on my way to Office Depot. I am particularly in search for some tools that some of my ex-coworkers can use with some of my special education kids this next school year. As you all know, since I won't be returning this next school year as a special education aide, I want to try to do something to still, you know, support my department, my coworkers, and the kids, as well as lead them in the right direction this next school year, although I'm not going to be there since I'll be starting occupational therapy school. But one of the conversations that was had last year, we never got around to doing because it was kind of later on in the year, and we just didn't have the resources to do it at that time. But we were talking about doing like a organizational binder or folder for each of the kids that may have had modifications or accommodations, even those that got approved to use manipulatives on their tests. So from an inclusion standpoint, we were in and out of general education classrooms every 30 minutes. So we were seeing a different kid every half hour. So when it came to testing days and, you know, those kids taking their tests, if we were spending 5 or 10 minutes, you know, having to gather materials for their tests, you know, that was valuable time that we could have spent actually aiding the child rather than just getting things ready for them. So one of the ideas was, you know, to come up with, you know, an already preset folder that they would have on their testing days to use, so that you know, their transitions would be a lot smoother, and, you know, we could spend a lot more time actually aiding them. So that was something that I kind of wanted to uphold on my end. You know, our teachers are amazing. I'm sure every teacher in general, you know, the fact that they're willing to teach and take on such a big role in, you know, a child's life, it gets expensive whenever a lot of the expenses come back on them. So, you know, for the amount of experience and, you know, positivity that my old department brought to me, you know, the least that I could do is continue to support them. And so that's one of the projects that I wanted to kind of take on this summer, was to be on the hunt for those test taking folders. So yeah. What I'm looking for in particular is probably similar to a poly folder, or like a poly folder binder insert. I've seen them online, however the ones that I've seen online are transparent, and the thing that makes me hesitant on the transparent ones are, you know, some of my older kids would like their privacy in terms of what they were using on their tests. And, you know, I completely understand, you know, I feel like I would be the same way too. So I'm looking for something that's not transparent and a little bit more dense, but I'm also looking for something that has a pocket in it for my littles that, you know, were approved to use, you know, coins or counting cubes or something like that, so that if we were to put them in a plastic baggie or something, it would all be there and organized for them, rather than us, you know, taking a whole bucket of coins in there and, you know, they be looked at as toys instead of testing materials. So, you know, it's trying to find that balance of what we need in a binder or in a folder, and trying to find something that works. So hopefully I can find what I need at Office Depot. But yeah, I will. Alright guys, so I think I'm actually going to go with these. These actually ended up being only $1.02. So my cart is loaded with like 10 of them. Hey everyone, so it's currently Sunday morning and I'm on my way to the gym right now. And I kind of wanted to give you all an update on what I still need for the testing day binders that I'm wanting to give to my old department. I'm still looking for the polymer erasers as well as the binders themselves. I don't know how many binders I'm wanting to get. Oh, as well as the pencil pouches. So that's on the agenda for today. I may pass by Walmart after I get out of the gym, but that's what I still need, and I'm hoping if I find a good deal on the binders, I can get the same amount of binders for the same amount of polyfolders that I found, which was 10, so I would need 10 binders, as well as 10 pencil pouches. But like I said, I'm thinking that the binders would be utilized more for my older kids that may have more testing day materials that they would need. So maybe I would only get 5. I don't know. I would kind of have to look at my options when I get to Walmart to see what they have. But yeah, I will let you know what I find when I get to Walmart. So after going to 2 different Walmarts, I finally found what I needed. So I ended up getting only 4 of the binders as well as 4 of the pencil pouches because I want them to be able to utilize them the way that they want to. So I'm thinking that the binders will probably be used for some of my older kids since, you know, they might have a lot more materials that they may need. And then for my littles, I wanted something that was still light and that you can transport in case if they had any pull-out time. So I think I'm going to leave a couple of the poly folders on their own so that their teachers can utilize them how they see fit. But yeah, it was overall really successful, and when I get home I kind of want to put one together for you guys to kind of show you what I envision, and hopefully these will help them this year to make everything go a lot smoother. But yeah, I will show you them when I get home. Alright everyone, so I'm home and I kind of put one together. I didn't put everything that we would typically use in this binder because my printer is being difficult, but I just kind of wanted to give you the general idea. So this is a 1/2 inch binder, and when you open it up, you know, you can have whatever you may be. You know, you can also store some cubes in here if you needed to, but a dry erase marker because of what I will show you later. But here's the poly folder that I ended up buying. Like I said, you can store the manipulatives in here as well, or anything you may need, as well as the sleeve that I previously showed you after. Some of my kids last year were cleared to use hundreds charts as well as fraction sheets. So whether or not you have the ability to laminate these, that's what the dry erase marker could essentially be for. So you're not always having to use the same hundreds chart. I couldn't find one that had a 0 in it just currently, but a lot of my kids used to use one with 0 within the hundreds chart, just so it was clear and concrete for them to use. And then also scratch sheets of paper that they might have been cleared for to also use. I mean, a typical child would also be able to use just scratch sheets of paper, but essentially this is something that they could have ready on Fridays that, you know, they could use in terms of whatever tests they may be taking. I kind of envisioned it more so for math than anything, but this can be customized to whatever your child's needs may be. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you what I put together, and I will have 4 of these as well as 6 individual poly folders left over, because like I said, I just wanted them to be able to utilize them however they wanted to. But yep, I'm super happy, and hopefully you can also use these if need be. But yeah, so thanks for coming on this journey with me. And in terms of the hygiene bags, those are next. And I will also be doing a video over that as well. So yeah.